I'm sure all of us have been part of teams in the past, maybe even now, that we didn't particularly enjoy being part of. Perhaps we weren't listened to, didn't feel thanked or valued, or maybe we felt that our opinions didn't really matter. It's so demoralising, isn't it? And very often this really puts people off. But in contrast, when we've been part of a team that works well, where we're appreciated, supported and known, we feel encouraged, inspired and far more likely to turn up and give our best. This is something I am so passionate about and believe is central to all areas of ministry and church work being a success. Building happy, motivated and appreciated teams. As I mentioned in earlier videos, prayer has underpinned every aspect of Connections. Even before it began, the very first step was to pray about who to invite onto the team. And as God began giving me ideas, I made a list of potential volunteers, and I also asked for the wisdom of others who'd been in the church longer than me, perhaps who knew others that I didn't. They often suggested names I would never have thought of who turned out to be absolutely perfect, and I'd really recommend doing this too. Similarly, personal invitations work incredibly well. In my experience, general appeals, for example, putting a notice in the newsletter, sending a group email or doing a stand up on Sunday plea, rarely lead to committed, motivated team members. They can also feel quite impersonal. One of my happiest memories from the early days of setting up and preparing for Connections was meeting up with individuals over coffee. I literally had umpteen cups of coffee each week with so many different people. I shared the vision of Connections with them. People are so drawn to something that's shared passionately and personally, and it's so important that everyone buys into this. I asked for their thoughts, listened carefully and wrote things down, because some of the best ideas have come from the team. I always made a point of encouraging and affirming each person, gently pointing out their individual gifts. For example, I remember saying to Mary, "You are just so amazing with people, Mary. The way you come alongside them and really listen. You are exactly the kind of person we need on the team. Would you consider being part of this?" Because everyone has something particularly special about them, don't they? And people are so encouraged when we point these things out. I think we almost stand taller when we feel valued, appreciated and seen, and I believe everyone is far more receptive to a personal invitation. So, to recap, prayer and inviting people personally to consider being part of the team has been key. The response has been overwhelming in my experience, so I would really recommend this approach. Pray, share the vision and then invest in individuals first, before bringing the team together. We're going to look at how we do this, how we build and keep the team going forwards in the next video, and importantly, how we sustain and nurture our teams so that they continue to flourish and stay motivated.